Step back in time to witness the grandeur of ancient Rome at its peak. This is not just history, this is life, as it truly was in the world's greatest empire. The thunder of triumph echoes through marble streets. A victorious general returns home, his procession a spectacle of power that stops the entire city. Gold gleams on painted chariots as oxen strain under the weight of conquered treasures. Citizens press forward, desperate for a glimpse of glory that validates their empire's dominance over the known world. But Rome's appetite for spectacle never sleeps. In the shadow of the Circus Maximus, charioteers prepare for races that will captivate 250,000 screaming Romans. Every rivet on leather harnesses could mean the difference between victory and death. These aren't just games, they're the heartbeat of an empire that lives for entertainment. This entertainment is built on military might. In the Campus Martius, legionaries drill with deadly precision. Watch as they form the legendary testudo, the tortoise formation that conquered continents. Each shield lock, each synchronized movement, represents the disciplined violence that carved out the largest empire in ancient history. Dawn breaks over the Flavian amphitheater, the Colosseum, where gladiators will soon spill blood for Roman pleasure. The massive awning system lies ready to shield spectators from the sun while they witness brutality as entertainment. This is where civilization and savagery dance together in deadly harmony. But Rome isn't built on violence alone. In workshops across the city, artisans create beauty from fire. Glassblowers coax molten sand into delicate vessels, while smiths forge the tools that build an empire. Every spark that flies, every hammer that strikes, adds another piece to Rome's magnificent puzzle. At the heart of it all, the Vestal Virgins tend Rome's sacred flame. If this fire dies, Romans believe their empire dies with it. These women hold the spiritual fate of millions in their hands, a responsibility that makes emperors tremble. Yet life in Rome pulses with ordinary magic too. Street corners come alive with jugglers and musicians. Dice clatter on stone steps as Romans gamble away their worries. A stray dog weaves between sandaled feet. Even in the world's greatest city, simple pleasures matter most. Rome's power reaches far beyond its 7 hills. At Ostia, the empire's lifeline port, grain ships from Egypt dock under the guidance of lighthouse fires. Without these vessels, Rome's 1,000,000 inhabitants would starve. The lighthouse keeper who tends those flames holds the city's survival in his hands. As dawn spreads across the Tiber, Rome awakens to commerce. Stevedores unload amphorae filled with exotic goods, while forum merchants lift their shutters to reveal treasures from across the empire. Bronze scales weigh dates from Africa and silk from distant China. This isn't just a marketplace, it's the economic heart of the world. The marble that builds Rome's grandeur comes from distant mountains, carved by anonymous hands and transported by struggling oxen. Every column in every temple represents backbreaking labor and engineering genius that won't be matched for over 1,000 years after Rome's fall. But Romans know how to live well. In the Thermae, citizens from every social class gather to bathe, gossip, and conduct business. Emperors and slaves share the same waters in one of history's great social equalizers. The oil scraped from their skin with bronze strigils carries away the day's concerns. Rome feeds itself through ingenious systems. Bakeries operate around the clock, their donkey-powered mills grinding grain from across the Mediterranean. At thermopoliums, ancient fast food counters, workers grab quick meals between shifts. Wine flows in papinas, where dice, games, and conversation continue deep into the night. Perhaps Rome's greatest achievement isn't military, it's hydraulic. Aqueducts carry mountain water across impossible distances. Lead pipes, fitted with precision that amazes modern engineers, distribute this liquid gold to every neighborhood. Roman plumbing won't be matched until the industrial age. In workshops throughout the city, craftsmen perfect techniques that will influence art for millennia. Mosaic artists place tiny stones with mathematical precision. Potters shape vessels that will carry wine and oil across 3 continents. Every piece they create carries Roman culture to the edges of the known world. In elegant domus houses, Roman families live lives of surprising sophistication. Children learn to read and write on wax tablets under shaded porticos. Frescoes bloom on walls, while fountains bubble in garden courtyards. This domestic tranquility exists because Roman legions keep the barbarians at bay. Beyond the city walls, Roman engineering transforms landscapes. Perfectly straight roads slice through fields where villas oversee agricultural operations that feed the empire. Olive presses and wine production create the wealth that builds monuments and finances armies. Even mundane services reach sophisticated levels. Barbers provide careful grooming with bronze razors sharp enough for surgery. Doctors use instruments that wouldn't look out of place in a modern hospital. Scribes copy scrolls that preserve human knowledge through ages of darkness to come. As evening settles over Rome's rooftops, oil lamps flicker to life in windows across the 7 hills. Street musicians play gentle melodies, while families share simple meals. In quiet peristyle gardens, scholars write by lamplight, unknowingly preserving the wisdom that will one day spark the Renaissance. This is Rome, not just an empire, but a complete civilization. Every hammer blow, every prayer, every laugh in a tavern builds something greater than the sum of its parts. For a brief, shining moment in human history, Rome showed what mortals could achieve when they dared to dream of perfection.
Un chez toi.
Siak, am erst in Middelboek. En je hebt dan dansstellen voor je infinito. Is niet zo niet te wisten als dan de gemist en te vijf.